classes, okay, and
Yeah,
objects. Okay. So object-oriented programming. Do you know anything about it beforehand? Hope.
I've done it with Ali a little bit. I
Okay.
remember there are objects and there are classes,
Okay.
and like a class is used or an object is used to refer to a class, and
Okay.
there's stuff like attributes to an object as well.
So if I talk about the definition, okay. So it kinda it sort of organizes, okay, sort of organizes your whole programming around objects, okay. So your
Yeah,
whole programming code whole programming code revolves revolves revolves. Okay, I don't know the spelling of revolves. I forgot. Tell me the spelling of
R
revolves.
Revolves.
Yeah, I was doing it right before. Revolves around. I don't know. Something happens to me when I'm like writing code or maybe something like that. I can't get the spelling that. Even though I had an A star in my English and I was like still so bad.
Ironic.
Ironic. Like I said, the whole programming code revolves around objects. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, and so it doesn't revolve on around things like functions and logic. Okay.
Hmm.
All of that is like built in to the into the objects. Okay. So the objects have everything, almost everything, and we use those objects in our main in a way that is very easy, very user friendly. Okay. And
Yeah.
yeah, so that is object-oriented programming for you in a nutshell. Okay, so what is an object? Okay,
Hmm.
what is an object? You know what's an object?
An object is like something that can refer to a class.
An object is something that can refer to a class. Yeah, it's an instance of that class. You can say that.
Instance, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's an instance of that class. So what an object is that it's something that bundles, okay, bundles
Hmm.
data, okay, which are attributes, which are basically attributes. Attributes are somewhat like your variables, but they are for the class. Okay, remember that. Uh, and the methods are like your functions, but they are for your classes. Okay,
Yeah.
that operate on the data together. So great.
Right.
So okay, so what is the class? We're gonna just start with this boring all theoretical knowledge. You know what's a class?
A class. The class is like, I guess, a framework
Yeah, great.
of your code.
Yeah. It's kind of like a blueprint template framework for your code. It can be
Yeah.
it can be a blueprint or it's like a blueprint for creating objects. Okay,
Hmm.
well answered.
Thank you.
So let's give a class definition and then we move on. I tried to fix my IntelliJ, but I'm not sure about it. Should we try IntelliJ? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, we should give it a go, but I think it was having some problems. Maybe should be created in a file. Let me just Wait a second. I don't think so. I fixed it completely. Maybe there's some issues. Maybe I should click. Or let me just delete these. Maybe it works now. Let's just check it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we're gonna just move on.
Sure.
It's having some issues with the ship declared in a file geo.quiz. Geo.quiz. Maybe it should be made. Okay. Now if we run it, I think the other files need to work. So should be in a file named main.java. Okay, so this should be geo maybe. Geo quiz. Okay, so we have having problems from the get go. Okay, 515 missing return statement. Missing return statement. So this is some code for recursion. We can just delete it and then we can say, okay, we have problem solved. Okay, so now we can just run this one.
Hmm. Yep.
Let's see if it runs. If it works. If it works, then it works. Yeah, it worked. Finally.
Oh,
Delta is
brilliant.
working. Yeah, Delta is working, and we have public class hoop. Okay, and we're gonna have another class now. Okay, so this is the
Okay.
point. This is the point where we have another class. Okay,
Yeah.
so great. So we had a public class, which was our main.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna have a class. So basically, whatever you declare the file name, that is your main class. Okay, so this is your main class.
Hmm.
This is your function for that class. Okay, main function. So I'm just gonna write class card. Okay,
Yeah.
this is just a class for starting things out. We're gonna have a string, sorry, brand. Okay, and a string like color, maybe. What else can you think of? These are the
Mm,
attributes, by the way.
okay.
These are the attributes.
Right.
Okay, so what else can you think of? Maybe speed,
Um, Speed, sure. Horsepower.
int, or yeah, int horsepower. So great. So these are the attributes. Okay,
Okay.
and we can write a method as well. So we can write something like void accelerate, and we can have something like speed plus equals to 10. So you see how it's manipulating your it started manipulating your attributes, the methods, as in the definition that I gave earlier.
Hmm.
Okay, so we can write something like speed. It has increased to, and then you can sort of do a plus, and then right.
Yep.
Great. Now what we do in our main is we can create an object and creating instance that class. Okay, so we write car. Okay, I know it may feel boring, but it's gonna get better. Just trust me. Okay, so this is the logic around constructors that we already discussed. Uh, right? Okay.
Right.
So how is this working without a constructor? At the moment, we don't have a constructor, right?
Yeah.
Right? We don't have a constructor, right? At the moment.
We don't have a constructor.
Yeah. So when we don't have a constructor, it the language kind of provides its own default constructor. Okay. The default
Hmm.
constructor. By the way, the one with no parameters or values is the default constructor. Okay. We're
Yeah.
gonna go in constructors in depth, but right now I'm just gonna provide you with that with the knowledge that when we don't give a constructor, the language automatically provides a default constructor. Okay,
Right.
which I think would set all these values to something like garbage value, or maybe set them to null and zero. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what it does since I always make my own constructors. Uh,
Right.
writing class, but just for now, since we haven't discussed constructors, what types of constructors, there are different types of constructors. There is a default constructor, there is a parameterized constructor, and then there's a copy constructor. Yeah. So
Yeah.
those constructors we haven't discussed yet, so we aren't gonna talk about them. Okay. So we have mycar.brand. Okay. So we can set it to
Mm-hmm.
data, maybe. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And we have mycar.color. So we set it to red. We have mycar.speed. Tell me the speed of this car. What's it gonna be?
Let's say 90 kilometers, 115 kilometers.
Well, let's say 120.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just about to cross the speed limit, I guess. And then we accelerate and cross that speed limit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's run it. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Let's see if it even works or not.
Nice.
Nice note. Oh, actually output. Speed has increased now to 130. Wait. Wait a minute. At this
So I guess
speed,
it works for the most part.
yeah, it works 130. That is the only output that there should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna discuss. So this is just a basic intro, by the way. This is just
Mm-hmm.
a basic intro. These are your attributes. Okay, this is your method, and this is
Okay.
creating an instance of that method. Okay, and then we can use those attributes. We can use them directly. Although in the future, we'll learn that we kind of don't use them directly. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a method. Okay, my god,
Right.
okay. Uh, Most of the attributes we don't use directly, by the way. Some maybe for rare cases, but mostly we don't. Okay. So now we're gonna discuss the four pillars of programming, and that is gonna be, I guess, it. Mostly theoretical today. Okay.
Right.
So we're gonna have the four pillars are encapsulation. Okay. The four pillars of programming. Let's just write them. The four pillars of programming. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the four pillars of. So these four pillars, they're gonna be taught to you probably like it's like I've seen them in a book, but I mean,
Mm.
so if your teacher is like very lazy, then he's probably gonna be like, or she's probably gonna be like teaching three of them, and then she's gonna like
Right.
figure out the fourth
I
one.
guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
So we have encapsulation at as the first one. Okay, so first we're gonna discuss the definition of encapsulation, and you might think that why are we discussing the definition? We should like run towards coding it, right? Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but definitions are really important. I am not sure if they'll come in exam. I think they will come in exam. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if they aren't even coming in your exam, they might come in your interview. I'm not even joking.
Mm.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not even joking about this one.
Oh.
I had so many teacher assistants. Okay, telling me when I was doing my OOP that the first question that they got asked about. Uh, okay, the first question they got asked about in the interview for a job
Mm-hmm.
or for an internship was tell us the four uh, like building blocks or pillars or whatever of programming of OOP.
Okay. Okay.
It's the OOP, sorry, not programming.
Yeah.
OOP. Okay, so OOP, OOP. Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah,
I see. I see. So that's what they ask about in the interview, like
yeah,
for starters.
yeah. For starters, and they tell you and they sorry ask you to tell us what each of them means. Okay,
Oh. Okay.
so you get it. So the
Yeah.
theory is important. It's not like something that you can skip.
Yeah.
Acha. So Okay. Okay. So it's like bundling data and methods together. Encapsulation. Okay. Like bundling. Oh my. What? Was there a glitch over there?
No?
Bundling data and methods together and restricting direct access to some components. And some components that I talked about include your attributes, okay? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Attributes are usually made private. Some of the methods are even made private, okay?
Ah, yes.
So to do that, we have access modifiers to make something private or public. So I'm just gonna write it with a different pen, different pen. Come on, give me a different pen. Maybe here, pen, different pen. What color should we pick? Rainbow?
Yeah, we'll pick the rainbow.
Okay, okay. Maybe the rainbow. Okay, so access. It's kind of nice.
Oh, wow.
Access modifiers. Okay, so we have access modifiers. Okay, there are
Mm-hmm.
like a couple of access modifiers. There is a private. Okay, so what a private does is kind of like you can think about it by reading it. Okay, private is
Okay.
just accessible within the same class. I'm just gonna write. It's something like it keeps it within its own class. Okay, it doesn't allow it to allowed to be visible in other classes or in other functions. Okay,
Yeah.
just in its own class. It just keeps the attributes and the methods within its own class, whichever are private. Okay,
Okay.
so it's accessible only within the same class. Okay, so encapsulation is bundling data and methods together and restricting direct access to some components. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, and how do we restrict direct access to some components? We use access modifiers. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have access modifier number two, which is public, which is sort of like the most used, maybe
Right.
it's accessible from anywhere. Okay, you can call it at
Right.
McDonald's. Okay, and then there is protected. We ditched the rainbow colored man.
Oh.
Okay, so protect accessible within the same class and subclasses. And this is something that we aren't going to discuss at the moment. This
Okay.
is something we are gonna skip for now. Let me just skip. Since I'm lazy or since I'm a good teacher, maybe you can choose your own. But teaching it right now would not be the best of ideas.
Okay.
Since you don't know what subclasses are.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna
Is
come
it a
to
class in a class?
what?
Is it a class in a class?
No.
Oh, okay.
A class within a class can access private. I think it can access private attributes of the main class. However, I'll check that out. I'll check that. Okay, I'll still
Mm-hmm.
check that. But I think that a class within a class is possible. However, a class within a class can even avail the private attributes of a like class that is like on the what do we call it? How should we tell? Like, let's suppose this is your class. I have no other way to let's say
Okay.
this is your class. I'm just gonna use, yeah. This is your class. Okay, this is the outer class. Yeah, the word was outer. Okay, so this is
Hmm.
your outer class, something like outer. Okay, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, this is a class in it. So I think since the definition is accessible only within the same class, so maybe it should be maybe since the inner class is within the outer class, the attributes which are private even in the inner. Let me just check it honestly. Okay. You've asked a good question, and I'm not sure the answer. I think it should be, but my memory is a bit foggy at the moment. So like a private uh, attribute over here, I think should be available over here.
Hmm.
Let's just check that out. Okay, so I have claw to the brunt work. One of the worst prompts I've ever written. One of the worst prompts I've ever written. I'm genuinely. Yeah, so it's accessible. Okay.
I sure works so. So it's not that bad.
What?
I mean, it still works. It gave a satisfactory answer, wouldn't you say?
It gave the right answer.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it can access the private ones. Okay. So just
Hmm.
like that,
Okay. Nice.
private int private number. The memory is a bit foggy, honestly, since I've it's been like a whole year since I've studied OOP. Not even joking. It's been a whole year. So yeah,
Wow. Okay.
but I was pretty good at OOP. Oh
That's
my
good. That's
God,
good. Yeah.
something I like to flex about.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, that is possible. We've discussed access modifiers, and now I'm gonna just what am I gonna discuss next? Okay, so default, yeah, default. Default is something that is if they ask you about access specifier, don't tell them that default is an access modifier. Okay, if you want, you can to flex maybe. Okay, but you don't need to.
Yeah.
Okay, but just tell them private, public, and protected. Okay, default is just for your own understanding, I'd say. Okay, default is when you don't write anything. Just like the when we just like in the previous example that we didn't write anything. Let me just show you. Did we write anything over here? Okay, over here we're
Yeah.
gonna write the access modifiers, by the way. So
Okay.
okay, so we didn't write anything. We didn't write anything. So yeah, it doesn't have a problem. Okay, it doesn't have a problem since we have default available. Okay, so default makes a comeback with the rainbow girl. So default. Okay,
Hmm.
and yeah, we have default, and it's basically no modifier. Just gonna write no modifier.
Ah. Okay. Okay. I see.
Yeah, so it's no modifier. So accessible within the same. Wait, what's the element over here in this language? I just tried to open C++. Default. Let me just check, man. I think it should be within the same class since default treats it like private. I
Hmm.
think default treats like private. So it will be within the same class, but I'm just gonna confirm within the same class. Same class. Within the same class. It's lagging. So it kind of treats it like private, in my view. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, but let's just confirm since I don't want any issues later on. Okay, theory is something that you have to memorize, and I hate memorizing. Okay, so what is the default access modifier modified in Java? This one is better.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, private. It's private.
Okay, okay.
So so it's private. Same private is much in public. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like the same class, same package, same thing.
Okay.
Okay, so what else do we have? We have we can do an example if you want. Should we do an example?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do another example. We're gonna have another example or the same example. Another example, same example. Okay, 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 let me just think. Should we just alter the same one or should we just make a new one? Okay,
Yeah,
it is
sure,
the
yeah.
same package. It was, no, we should do a new example. We should be fun.
Yeah, yeah, we should. I think we should.
Okay, so we're gonna have a new one. We're gonna have a class bank account, and then we're gonna have attributes, and we're gonna have some attributes with their access modifier. So we're gonna have a private, and from the next class you're gonna kind of write this. Okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just writing it once so you get a gist of it. So we have a
Mm-hmm.
so it's private, so uh, cannot be accessible outside the class. Outside the class. My speeds are picking up on this keyboard.
Good.
Yeah. Public getter method. So by the way, getters and setters. Did we discuss getters? We did not discuss getters and setters. Okay. So I told you that most of the attributes. Okay, we're just gonna come to one note. Okay, and yeah. So most of the attributes we don't directly access. Okay,
Okay.
we tell the class that it's private. Okay, how is my new voice? Okay, really bad. So we tell the class that the attribute is private. Okay, tell the
Okay.
class the attribute is private. Okay, and if you okay, so why do we do that even? Why do we tell the class that the attribute is private? Okay, so I'm gonna just tell you why. Some things we do not want to change. Okay, some things we
Mm-hmm.
only want to be change. Only want methods to change. Okay, like something like speed. Okay, let's just take speed. From the previous example, we do not want speed to sort of we don't want things like speed to sort of change on their own. Okay, we don't
Yeah.
want them to be changed in the main, like from 0 to directly 100 in the next split second. Okay, it can't be done
Right.
like that. So we have to call accelerate like 10 times to get from 0 to 100. Okay, let's
Uh-huh.
just say that. Okay, so we do not want speed to change directly. So for that, we will keep speed private, and in the public method called accelerate. Okay, we're gonna call accelerate again and again and again. Since to increase our speed, we have to always accelerate, right? You cannot
Right.
increase our speed like directly. So that is one example of how we keep our why we keep our attributes private. Another example can be that wait, let me just yeah. Another example would be that what would be another example? Another example would be like bank account ID, maybe bank account password. Okay, things like that. They need to be kept private. Okay, from the user, and they only need to be used in the class to check. Let's suppose we are writing a method called check password. Okay, so the user
Yeah.
enters the password. Okay, as a parameter, maybe or as an input, and that input is passed as a parameter in the method. Okay, now you are getting it right, or should I write it down?
Yeah.
You're getting it right. This is just theoretical knowledge. We can write it down later on. Okay. So we can have a we can have a check password. Okay. So that check password can kind of take a user input. Okay. Just imagine a user entering his pin. Okay. So
Yeah.
we don't want the real pin to be exposed in the main or somewhere else. Otherwise, it's gonna get like hacked or revealed. Okay.
Oh,
You
I
get
see. I
it?
see.
So we're
Yeah.
just gonna use it within the class, the actual pin, okay, of
Mhm.
the actual pin that is supposed to be entered, and we try to match it with the user's entered pin, okay.
Right.
So that happens in the public method. So we keep the pin private.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
yeah. You got it now?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is something. That's why we use private. Tell the class the attribute is private. Okay. Now, some of the attributes we keep private. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In the I'd say when you're writing your code and they don't specify maybe if they don't, I'm not sure about your I'm just gonna look over a few questions and then I'm gonna tell you about this one. What we
Okay.
did
Sure.
was when they didn't specify, we in my university we always had to like but I'll check yours. I'll check your question and then I'll say for sure. In our university we had to like always by default if they haven't said anything about the attribute we had to always make it private and make it setters and getters, okay. So what are setters and
Okay.
getters? Getters and setters, setters and getters, whatever order you like. Okay. So what are getters and setters? When we have made the attribute private, okay, we cannot access it outside of the class, okay. maybe
Yeah.
maybe we just want to get it, maybe we just want to read it, okay. Maybe we just want to read it, okay. We don't want to change it, we
Okay.
just want to read it, okay. Maybe just like speed, okay. You just want to check your speed but you can't change your speed, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe you just want to output it, maybe you just want to read it, maybe you just want to take it as an input somewhere, okay. You can't change it,
Okay.
so you use getters for that, okay.
Right.
Okay, getters are public. They are public methods. What they do is they return. This is what they do. This is the only line that they have in their body. That is returned, and then the attribute, like let's say speed. Okay, return speed.
Yeah.
That is a getter. Get speed. Like it's like int get speed. Okay, it's an integer
Okay.
since speed is an integer. Okay, so that's all that it does.
Right.
Okay, so getters are like this. And then setters are like this. I'm getting a bit tired now. I hate I hate theory myself, man. I get you. I understand you. Okay.
Finally, you know the struggle.
I know the struggle. It was really fun yesterday. Oh, sorry, day before yesterday when we were doing the fine path question. It was fun. Okay, I got
Uh-huh.
it wrong. Okay, I got it wrong.
That's
Okay,
fine. That's fine.
I missed like one line, and one line was your fault. Then the boundary check, I told you to tell me what was missing, and you didn't tell me, and then it was the boundary check, and I forgot to write it. So your fault.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, but I got
I
the
can't believe you missed it. I also forgot about it.
no. I told you that you missed the boundary check, and then we just didn't care to write it.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so yeah. So what are setters? Okay, setters are something that can change a value. Okay, of an
Mhm.
attribute. Okay, so it's an explicit way, like just like getters. It's an of changing a value, not reading a value, just changing a value. Okay, so let's suppose you just want to change a value. You cannot expose that value. You can just change that value. So what can be something that can be changed without exposing it? So that is a tough one. What is the thing
Mhm.
that you have to change? Just think of an example yourself as well, but you cannot reveal it. What is one of those things?
Mm. Something I can change or review.
You cannot reveal it. You can only change it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Um.
your password. Maybe you can change your password.
Oh yeah. Maybe username.
Hmm. Maybe you can change your username, but you cannot reveal
Yeah.
your username. Okay. Things like that. So what it does is like let's say it's changing a username. It always is void, by the way. It's void. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Void, and then it's let's say change username. Okay. Now, oh shoot, two S's? No, two S's. Should have one S. User has one. Okay. Change username with a name. Okay. Okay. So change username and it's gonna have string new username. You get it? New username.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say new user. And the only thing it's gonna have is gonna have the old user. Let's say the old username was the attribute. Okay, let's say this was the attribute. Yeah. So username equals to new user. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only line that it writes. It changes the attribute. Let's say this was the attribute. Okay. It changes it via the new via the input via the parameter. Okay.
Yeah.
Get it? So these are your getters
Right.
and setters. Kinda late, but okay. We're just gonna complete it. Should we complete it or should we leave it to the next class? Or should we stay?
Mm, I guess we can complete it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, we're almost there, right?
Yeah, we should probably complete it. Okay, since we've discussed public getters, we're gonna have public double get balance. Okay. Okay, so public double get balance. Okay. We're gonna have a getter. Okay, so it's just gonna return. It must be mentioned public, by the way. Sorry about that. We have to always mention it as public. Or the getters and setters. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for the getter.
All right. Mm,
And public setter, yeah, let's say depositing. So public set method, or maybe setter method. We have public uh, void deposit. Great, double amount. So this is kind of like an attribute that is private. However, it has both a setter and a getter. You get it?
yeah.
So it kind of both a setter and a getter, but they have like different uses. Like this one. But this check is actually, yeah, okay. Since we can only deposit a positive number, so it have balance plus equals to, oh, sorry, plus equals to amount. Okay, so
Right.
yeah, that is the only thing we write. You get it why we've written it like that?
Yeah. I do. I do.
Yeah, so okay, so it can be public setter method with validation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Public setter method with validation. We can have a withdraw as well, right?
Of course.
Okay, we have to mention the amount. Double, I'm just gonna write amount. Okay, if amount less than zero, maybe less than zero. No. Yeah, less than zero. Um, we have to check it for it. Yeah, amount should be greater. And sorry, I have a bad habit of doing C++ for it. Fair enough.
Sure. Yeah.
We're done.
Mm-hmm.
We can have our main help us out over here. So we've done the acceleration code. Now I'm gonna just write the code for bank account stuff. Okay. So I have a bank account. Wait, did we write it a bank account or bank account? A bank account, maybe my account or your account. I haven't made a bank account. Father's gonna kill
Oh
me.
yeah. Nah, me too. I don't have one.
Oh, your father's gonna kill me. He told me to make it like last month. And I gave him an account of someone else.
Oh boy.
And now I still don't have an account yet.
you you can make one soon.
What?
You should make one soon. like ASAP.
Yeah, I'll probably try, but I'm a bit lazy for that kind of stuff. I'll
Mm,
just probably give him another account.
understandable, yeah. I think it's rather bureaucratic, like the whole process. It's too long.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, they've written the label. So I told you that before. It's just something that IntelliJ does. It's not something that you write. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this would be an error. We cannot set it like this. Okay.
Mm,
So this is written for that. Just to illustrate. Wait, okay. So we can only deposit it like this, and we can say system dot out if you want to like read the balance, get the balance. What's our current balance? What we're gonna do is my account. Okay, now we're calling the method. Okay, get balance. You get it?
right.
So we're gonna run it, and I hope it's gonna run. I really hope. Yeah, 1000.0 since it was a double. So I'm just gonna make it a bit clean. Okay, my account balance is then a plus. Okay,
Right.
okay, great. So we're done for the day.
Okay.
Okay,